What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Get 'em Podcast, where we talk about all the things that excite us, piss us off, and all the above in the gaming industry. I'm your host, Nick, with my co-host here, Stuart. What's going on, bud?
Talking about my favorite game today, Rainbow
Yes.
Six Siege.
Yeah, definitely big fans of the Rainbow Six game. As some of you guys know, we have played it in tournaments. We have played all kinds of ranked games, all kinds of casual games, and everything in between. It's definitely been, actually, it's where I met you, Stuart.
That's a fact. That's a funny story. Should we tell that story?
Yeah, go for it, man. Go ahead and
All
tell
right.
it up.
So there we were. I was with a good friend of mine, Levitt.
Levi
It's been a while.
jeans, baby.
It's been a while since I've talked to that man. Anyway, playing ranked game because that's the only way to play that game, in my opinion.
That's true.
I was 2 stacked, and I had these 3 random guys in my team, and they were the Get 'em clan. I was like, that's kind of a weird name, but okay, let's go with it. And let me tell you something. We were down. It was 1-3. It was not looking good for us. And you know what? I wasn't having it because I saw potential. I saw potential to win that game. And I was like, you know what, Levitt? We got to take charge of this situation. We got to fix this and turn this around. Show them, just how big and great we are. So I invited these 3 random guys to a party. Before anyone said anything, I came out and I was like, listen up, boys. We're winning this game. We can do this. These other guys suck. Let's step it up. And I mean, I don't know. That might have set some things in motion that couldn't have been changed. But regardless, a connection was made.
Yeah, there definitely was. And then I remember the simple, because you had the voice of a commentator, and I remember we made you commentate a little bit the first day that we made you.
First time, actually, as well. So
that was hilarious. But anyway, so we're talking about the whole.
We lost that game, by the way. We lost.
Yeah, we did. You didn't have to say that. You could have left everything out.
Hey, dude, people are gonna wonder. Let's be honest. That's true. Hey, did you guys win that game? No, we lost. We started off on a bad foot, but we made it. We made it work.
So, I mean, I would say that we were relatively good Rainbow players. Most of us sat in Platinum. Did you ever tickle Diamond, or have you ever hit Diamond?
I haven't. I've gotten really close to Plat 1.
Yeah.
Had I played only Rainbow Six Siege without dipping my toes into other games, I probably would be in Plat 1 Diamond area.
Yeah, I agree. Because, I mean, when you play other games and then you come back, especially to Rainbow, it feels so different. But, I mean, if that's the only game you grind and you do well at it, and that's the only thing you're going to play forever, then you that's the kind of Diamond players that you normally get. Or if you sniff a line of Adderall, you might hit Diamond.
That is up there on the number of things you want to do to get Diamond. Yeah,
that's true. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about Operation Ember Rise, and then going into Operation
Ember Rise. You mean Shifting Tides, or the current one?
If you would have just let me finish what I was saying. We're going to be talking about Operation Ember Rise currently, and then upcoming Operation Shifting Tides, which is releasing December 2019 area. Do you know if they have an exact release date of that?
They don't usually give you a release date until it's a couple days beforehand. That's kind of just how it's always been. So, I mean, you can pretty much guess when it's going to come out just according to when previous operations have come out.
Yeah.
So when people guess, they usually.
Yeah, so actually, in order to give you guys full disclosure, I actually ended up quitting playing Rainbow for a little bit right after Operation Phantom Sight. So I got really well versed with Nook and Warden. I'm not so well versed in Ember Rise, but I know that you've played Rainbow quite a lot since then. Well, maybe not quite a lot, but you definitely have dabbled with the new operators, correct?
Yeah, I mean, here and there, not so much with Amaru and Goyo. Like I know they both do. They're both cool operators. They're interesting. They change things up. They're not super game changing in the sense that like you're gonna see all the different plays in Pro League. That's kind of what I compare operators to. Like my first thing is like, okay, are they gonna be useful in Pro League?
Exactly. And that's kind of what I felt like with Nook and Warden. I was kind of like, especially Warden himself, I was like, Warden's not really that game changing. Nook's but she's not going to change the game. And then the two new operators that I saw, I was kind of like, that's pointless. But
Yeah, you're definitely right though. With like the last 4 operators that we've had, Nook, Warden, Amaru, and Goryo, you don't really see them at all in Pro League. And I've seen Nook
yeah,
a few times. And that was
exactly.
for just like a crazy strat that the attacking team was doing. Like send 4 people to one side and then send Nook in behind. Like it's I don't know. It's you don't we haven't really seen a super game breaking operator, I would say, since what's her name? Shield check on defense. I haven't
Oh, Clash.
really yeah, that's the one. I haven't seen really any high impact game changing. Like they had to nerf her
Nomad.
right away.
Nomad was game
She
changing.
was so yeah, you're right. Yeah, Nomad's used a lot now just for these simple flank maneuvers. So is gosh, I am not on my names today.
The same one from that one.
No, this is the Australian chick with
Oh,
Mozzie.
Gridlock.
Gridlock. Gridlock was pretty big. She's used often just due to the fact that she can cover a flank by herself. When you
Hmm.
throw down those tacks, it's 10 tick per hit, and they're good. I mean, you can't
I,
get around them. You make noise if you try to.
I'm not gonna lie. I really think that Mozzie was a little game changing as well, since he was able to capture drones and stuff, and
Oh, for
you
sure.
could
Yeah. So
use
like,
that.
yeah,
He was
yeah, you're
big time.
right. Yeah, Gridlock and Mozzie were pretty meta changing. I mean, info is everything in this game, and if you watch a pro
That's
league team
true.
play, everyone's on their drones. They
Yeah.
save drones. They use drones. So if you can take a drone from the attacker team and then use it against them, that's huge.
Yeah.
But recently, the last 4 haven't really been all. Warden's trash. He's got a rework recently, but
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
not someone you want to take.
I heard about that, but I never thought Warden was a good, asset to a team at all. Anyway, I felt like people just played him almost the same reason that they play IQ and stuff, just because it's kind of a selfish character. You know what I mean?
Well, IQ is extremely useful, and the thing is, a lot of people at the low plat, gold, silver, they don't know how to play her.
Hmm.
She outside of using a drone, she's arguably the operator that can give you the most intel, right? Because she can tell you where the ADSs are, she can tell you
Yeah.
where mutes are, she can tell you where vigil is, she can tell you where pulse is, she can tell you all this information.
Hmm.
If you use her with in conjunction with other people, like if you use Dokkaebi and use your cell phone, when those cell phones go off and she pops, IQ uses her ability, she can see where everyone is because it's an electronic device.
That's
When
true.
someone's on their camera, she can see them. So she's a really good pick. She's often picked in Pro League too.
Yeah.
It just, from my experience, people don't really know how to play IQ properly.
Yeah, and I would say that kind of goes with, because let's face it, Rainbow is a team game. So
Hmm.
it depends on how your team plays and if you're going to use IQ or not. Now, for
Right.
our team, when we were big into the Rainbow, we barely ever used her. We might have used her every once in a while.
Hmm.
But it really depends. I would say that, sadly, on attack, we weren't the most aggressive attackers. We were kind of more of a laid back kind of attacker. So using her probably wouldn't have helped
Right.
us very much. Maybe for a more aggressive team, it would help out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, what we tended to do is we tried usually baiting the other team out. Like we tried getting the peaks and then
Mhm.
winning the gunfights. We didn't really play objective. We can have an entire conversation on the mechanics of being an objective team versus a frag team.
Yeah.
We were very much a frag team. The
Mhm.
games that we won, 1 or 2 of us had a lot of kills. We never really had games where we won where everyone was.
Yeah.
There was always really some sort of carry going. Honestly, don't really know why that is. I don't know if that is individual skill player level. I don't know if that's just trying to do different things, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
But IQ really wasn't one for us just because we didn't play objective, didn't really do a lot of the stuff that IQ excels at.
Yeah. Towards the end, I became a very big Mozzie main. I loved
You
Mozzie.
did.
I mean,
Well, and that's the thing. You crushed with Mozzie, and you took the intel from them. You gave us intel. He has a laser beam. He's fast. He's
yeah.
C4. Like, what's
Well,
not to like about him?
let me tell you about my playstyle, just in general. My playstyle is, I like to be a roamer, but I like to be a sneaking kind of roamer. I like to get flanks on people, sneak up on people, tell my teammates where they're at, try to
Mhm.
get a frag or two. And ultimately, roamers normally are not going to make it to the end of the round. Most of the time, they're going to die.
Right.
But as long as they take out 1 or 2 people, that's really all that matters, or at least get some great intel.
I mean,
Um,
just buy time. That's
and
I
that's the
always
biggest
harp on
thing.
that, and you've
Yeah,
heard me say that 1,000 times. A roamer's job is to buy time.
yeah,
You get the frags, heck yeah,
yeah,
you're going
exactly.
above and beyond what you need to do. Um,
You know,
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
actually kind of upset because, like, right when we quit playing as a team, basically, I was actually playing a little bit of Caviera, and I don't know if you were in any of the games where I was playing Caviera, but dude, I was going off with Caviera. I was actually doing really well with
Mm,
her. Like,
okay.
I think in the very last game that I played with her, I was like 15-3 or something ridiculous.
Jeez.
Dude, I missed my calling to be a Cav main. I really did.
Well, it's interesting to see because like you have those games, you have those players that use Cav, right?
Hmm.
Where you have that 15-3 game, and then you watch. Well, you never see Cav in Pro League
No,
just due
that's
to the
true.
fact
Yeah,
that there's always a flank watch.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah,
the Jackal, the Gridlock. You
Jackal's
know,
big time.
if Jackal's not banned, poor guy. But
Yeah, seriously, anymore, poor guy.
um, it's interesting because like when I've played
Get an
ranked
F in the
games
chat.
where, oh yeah, when I've played ranked games where they're, 2 diamonds, plat ones, right? Like, those games are so fun,
Yeah,
but there's no such thing as a flank.
yeah,
You can't. I mean, unless it's like a 5v1, 4v1, 3v1, you don't flank. Like, it's just so hard because everyone watches an angle. They always have someone watching it. And, my go-to position is a roamer. That's what I love.
hmm,
Now I'll play any position that needs to be played, whether that's sitting on site, like Doc, Rook, Echo, maybe. But my heart is in roaming. And my goodness, I have not been shut down so many times roaming than I have in plat games or like high plat diamond games. Like, it is insane.
yeah. And I mean, it really just you gotta once you get up into those ranks, you start to, understand how those players are going to start playing,
Hmm.
um, and then you'll adapt to it over time. As long as you have map knowledge, which normally by the time you're up that high, map
Yeah.
knowledge you already have,
Hmm.
which is very key inside of a rainbow game. If you don't have map knowledge, literally, I could walk backwards in pretty much all of the maps. And, that's almost what you have to do. If you're getting shot and you're trying to back up, you got to know which way the turns are and everything. That map knowledge is something that becomes basically a muscle memory in your hands.
Hmm.
To
Well, it's
what the
life and
map
death,
looks like.
right?
Exactly.
Because I've had how many kills where a guy is aging me and he turns to leave, but he leaves his back to me and he's running just in the
Yeah,
open. Like, I'm gonna hit you. You're dead. But if
exactly.
you are able to return shots and back up and move around a corner because you know what you're doing, you know the map layout, then it's just game changing.
Yeah. Well, moving on a little bit. Actually, before we do that, let me talk about this. So the last new map that they actually put out was in Burnt Horizon, and lately, and even in the upcoming season, they're just doing map reworks. How do you feel about that?
I like the idea a lot if it's implemented correctly.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that is new map that they just did, Canal, like the new rework they did.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's good. They're taking old maps that came out in the very beginning. They haven't been touched in 4 years, 3, 4 years. They just weren't great maps, right? They were taken out of the ranked pool because they weren't balanced. They didn't work.
Hmm.
So if they're redoing it and doing it in an awesome way, that's awesome. I have absolutely no quorum with that. What I do
Yeah.
have an issue with is when we get a map like what is it? Fort what's it called?
Oh, the what is that map called? Let me.
F This is how much I hate this map.
I know I barely ever play it.
Um,
I'm trying to look at it real quick.
I just look it up. But like, so that map,
Oh, the Headford base.
Hereford base was horrible, right? It wasn't a balanced rework. It was a cool idea, right? Like, hey, let's switch this up. But I never could place the old map to this map. Like all my old map knowledge thrown out the window. Made
Yeah.
zero difference in this new map. And the new map just sucked. It wasn't that balanced. A lot of people hated it. A lot.
Well, they pulled it from Ember Eyes. It's not in there anymore.
I didn't even know that. Look at that.
Yeah. So they
That's
pulled it
and
from
that's
there.
the issue.
Yeah, but they also reworked another map. So I mean, they probably just switched them out, which they probably will do in this next one. They'll probably take Canal out and then put their new rework of Theme
Mhm.
Park in there.
Theme park. Yeah.
Which I really did. I enjoy Theme Park. Theme Park was really good. It was one of my more favorite maps, especially compared to the base map. That
Yeah,
map
I
sucked
like Wood a
balls.
lot. Theme Park. Theme Park's a great map. Coastline's my all-time favorite.
Yeah,
It's very balanced, I think, personally. I mean, you see it played in Pro League all the time. No one really gets rid of it just because it's such a great map.
that's true. Have
Theme
you
Park's
uh,
great, for sure.
have you heard anything about the battle pass?
So they had the test one recently-ish, last couple weeks.
Hmm.
I just like I get it, but at the same time, I get it. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a weird. I don't know how I feel, to be honest, with the whole battle pass for Rainbow Six Siege. Like for BR, yeah, it makes perfect sense, right? But for Siege, I don't know.
So, what exactly can you do in the battle pass? Can you just get gun skins and weapon
Yeah,
skins and
it's basically
everything?
like gun skins, character skins, charms.
Okay. Yeah,
Essentially, it's just that. It's all cosmetic stuff.
I mean, if you've been playing the game from day one, basically, then you pretty much have a ton of gun skins as it is anyway.
Right.
So there's really no. I mean, I'm sure there's gun skins on there that you can't unlock without money, which is some of them. But I don't know. I've never been that big into weapon skins or cosmetic skins to really care that much to pay money.
Hmm.
Other than the Pro League sets, the Pro League sets were pretty cool. I did enjoy those a lot.
Yeah.
I think I have Pro League sets for Ella, and who else was in that one? I can't remember. But I mean, I never bought Elite skins either. So are Elite skins in there in the Battle Pass? Do you know?
I doubt it. That's too big of a moneymaker. I doubt they
Yeah,
pass.
yeah, I'm sure that they don't. But let's move on to shifting tides here. So there's going to be, as we've already talked about, the map rework of Theme Park. Also, a new Elite skin for Capital, and then new operators, which is Kali or Kali, however you want to say it.
Callie, yeah. I say Callie.
Yeah, and then Wame, is that his name?
Well, I would
Wame.
say. Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm sure everybody will have their own things to call them sooner or later, and then we'll finally figure out the right way to say it.
Right.
Which is normally like I still hear people say like Monte, and I'm like, what? What? It's Montang
The
or
mountain.
Montagno. I'm like, no, Montang. But with that, I'm actually excited for the. I already forgot how to say his name. Wame.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough. I'm excited for his gadget. His gadget looks really cool. Have you seen it in works yet?
Yeah, it's like essentially any sort of projectile gets
Yeah,
sucked up to it, still goes off, but it also resets
it
it. So like if you
resets it
cook a
up there.
grenade,
Yeah.
throw it through the doorway, it resets that, which is I don't know. I like it a lot. I don't know if it should reset, to be honest. I don't know necessarily how I feel about that yet.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I think it's still a really cool gadget. That's not gonna really change much, I don't think. It's just gonna be another thing you have to clear, like an ADS. You throw it through two flashbangs, kill the ADS, so then you can, Ash's charge, throw a frag, something. But it's definitely cool.
That's true. I mean, it can't be overpowered, right? I mean, it can't just suck up. It basically explodes as soon as it catches one thing. It explodes. For those of you that don't know, um, but it could be game changing in a sense of towards the end of a match, when everybody's pretty much spent everything except for they have maybe a flashbang or something crazy left. You throw that up on the wall if you keep them long enough. And it could actually, if you're 1v2 or something, it could save you from being blind and just being pushed.
Hmm,
Um,
true.
I mean,
It does work, like, just as of note, it does kind of work as, like, Legion's soup cans,
yeah.
where as time goes on, he gets more.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
don't know the
okay, it
total
does.
number he has. I know Legion has 7, I wanna say.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Wamai has, but it does recharge, or you do get more as the round progresses.
Yeah. So let's talk about Wamai's guns as well. So he has the AUG A2, the MP5K, the D40, the P12. His gadgets will be barbed wire and deployable shield. He is a 2-speed, 2 armor. Um, I like the AUG. The AUG's actually a good gun, but I'll probably end up running the MP5K more than likely because that gun is the GOAT, I think.
Can you get an ACOG on the AUG? Do you know?
Let's see. That's kind of hard to say since he's a defender. Probably not, I would say.
Probably not. Yeah.
Basic. Then again, he has a 2-speed. Well, three speed, three armors are pretty much the only people that have ACOGs.
Although Boss G coming in with the ACOG Vigil,
Mm-hmm.
2-speed.
Yeah.
Is he 2-speed or 3-speed?
I think he is a 2-speed.
I think he's 2.
But yeah, that's basically him. The next person that I'm excited about is Callie with her bolt action sniper rifle, the CSRX 300. That's actually kind of hard to say. That gun,
Tongue twister.
it is. That gun could be game changing. It's weird. Headshots insta kill, chest shot knocks them, but it also, when it knocks them, for whoever she shoots on the defender side, I don't know if you know this, but when they get knocked, they turn towards wherever the bullet came from to kind of help them figure out exactly where she's shooting from. Moving on, we'll come right back to that, but I want to let you guys know her secondaries as well. She has the P226, the C75. Gadgets will be Breach Charge and Claymore. She is a 2-speed, 2 armor. What are your thoughts on the bolt action rifle? Can we get an F in the chat for my poor boy Glaz?
Okay, but so it's a weird spot, right? Because I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the sniper. It's a cool idea, right?
Mhm.
And since Glaz has been a thing since the beginning, everyone's been like, "Oh, when are we getting a bolt action?"
Yeah.
But my thing is like, why? Why would you want to have such a low fire rate? Like, if you miss, you lose, essentially.
Yeah.
If the guy you're going up against is,
Competent.
knows what he's doing. The issue with a game like this, with one bullet as headshot, is fire rate is king.
Yeah.
Ella's gun before, like, pre-nerfed. The other thing was a god. Nobody beat Ella.
No, I used to run her all the time before
Me too.
the nerf.
Twitch F2, even after the recent nerf, still a god.
Yeah.
Like, the R4C, rip ACOG, F in chat.
Yeah.
God weapon, right? Some of the best weapons in the game are the high fire rate weapons. Mirror's Vector, the Meatballs LMG. You have all these people who have high fire rate weapons, and then you're bringing in a sniper rifle that's a bolt?
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but she's obviously she's not going to be up in it at all. She'll be definitely a distance player. One of the good things about her weapon is that anything that it hits with breakable surfaces, it busts in one shot. So that could be helpful to enter places.
Right.
It could be good from afar, but probably Glaz's rifle would be even better from afar since it does have the thermal scope. I don't know, the 300, it looks like a great gun. Looks like it could do some damage in the right hands. Will it be game changing? Probably not. People will probably play her for a little bit, but her unique ability might be what causes her to be, used more than anybody else. Have you heard anything about hers?
I still don't even see that being that great. Like Thatcher, throw a Thatcher grenade, you're good.
Yeah, and I mean, I heard this person say, "Well, what happens if Thatcher's banned?" Thatcher's
true, and that's definitely fair.
Yeah.
Having a second person in the queue would be helpful.
He's not often banned though. Normally people leave him alone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's necessarily an issue, especially with her coming out. My guess is banned even because there's to ban him if there's gonna be 2 people who are capable of getting through a reinforced wall.
Exactly.
I think she's gonna be very situational. She's not gonna be one of those go-to. You can use her in any type of situation, like a Twitch or an Ash. But I don't know. In the right situation, it could be great. Having the long distance engagement, like you said, would be great. Although the theme of the recent rework and maps is cutting sightlines for a lot of them. Like, have you seen the new theme park map?
I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah.
So the window outside of Cafe?
Okay. Yeah.
They pretty much block that off. Like, you can still jump into the window, but they put this entire like wooden structure so you can't look all the way down the long hall to the yellow stairs.
I don't know if I necessarily like that. That's a good push. I do enjoy that one.
You can still go through the window. You just can't get peeked from like the stairs and vice versa. You can't watch the stairs from outside the window.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, that's not too bad then.
So like, but like that's my thing is like she's gonna be great at long distance, but the theme is it's from what it seems is cutting down the long distance engagement.
I never really understood sniper rifles in Rainbow Six to begin with. Everybody's got automatic weapons, basically shotguns, close quarter
Hmm.
weapons, and then you're gonna bring in two people with a sniper rifle. I know that people used to enjoy Glaz on plane, obviously because you could shoot through the windows,
Yeah,
but and F in chat for that as well. For ranked play, I love playing. That was one of my favorite maps, man. I can't believe they took it out of rank,
I
but it kind of makes
just
sense.
like it was fun to play it casually.
Yeah,
Ranked was just so unbalanced. You know, there's so many long sight
that's
lines.
true. Yeah.
Defense has the biggest advantage. Like if you didn't have a Monty on offense, rip,
Hmm.
you're not winning. You
Yeah.
can't. Like it's just so hard to engage on that map. Same thing with House. House is just too small. There's way too many angles to watch.
Yeah, and I think that people might be having the feel of you can quick scope with this 300, but
Mm,
probably not. It's probably not going to be what you think because they Rainbow tries to distance itself from the COD feel. It's definitely not
right.
a COD kind of game.
Thankfully.
It's a strategic, tactical video game, and you have to be smart with how you play it, or otherwise you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the 300 probably won't be game changing. Um, I really don't see anything that's going to be insane with this next this update coming up or this new season coming out. I'll probably still stick with my old loves, man. I
Yeah.
don't see any reason to push away from them because I know their weapons. I know how the recoil is. I
Yep.
feel the most comfortable with them. I don't see anybody else that I'd really go with. I don't know. What about you?
I mean, if I'm just messing around having fun, I can do Cali just because it looks like it'd be, and it generally looks like it'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the Boss GA call. No one worth their salt's gonna legitimately use it. The only
That's a
time they're gonna use
sniper rifle, brother. Come on.
it is absolutely the only time you're actually gonna use the Boss G ACOG is to meme. That's
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
There's no other scenario where like, yep, this is the right gun to choose over the K1A.
Yeah. I mean, I might use Wame though. I might use him.
No, same. I mean, probably not to be honest, but there are definitely gonna be moments where if no one grabs him, he'll be helpful, and I'll end up
He's an
grabbing him.
anchor. He's definitely an anchor. He's not going to be a roamer. He'll be an anchor.
Yeah, you're probably right. At least roaming near sight, but most you're
Yeah,
probably right.
he might be able to roam a little close to sight, maybe like a mid roamer or something, but probably more than likely an anchor, just
Yeah.
like Doc and Rook, basically. Even
Mhm.
though I've had the good old peak ski from the docks running across the map, which normally gets them smoked, but
So
whatever.
what do you think about the new Capital Elite skin?
Let me
Have you
look at it
seen
real
it?
quick. Yeah, I saw it before. Um, it doesn't look like Capital. It really doesn't. Doesn't
I
look
freaking
like
love
what
it,
he would
man.
look. I mean, it looks cool. I do like it, but it doesn't look
Looks
like what he
so good.
would normally. I don't think he would have an afro. Honestly, I really don't. I see him as like a guy with cornrows or something. You know what I mean?
Right. I know, I love it, man. The animation too. The ending animation with the soccer ball, dude,
Uh,
it's sick. I'm about it, man.
yeah, I like Capital a lot. I like his weapons. I think they're
He's
good.
good. He's useful. I mean,
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how often he's used now that we'll in the picture. I mean,
yeah.
because before nobody could stop his bolts, but now Wamai can. So now Wamai's a hard counter.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I like that he flushes people out too.
Hmm.
So,
Have
um,
you heard of the leaked Kavera skin?
no, I have not actually.
I just linked you a picture.
Okay, let's look at it.
Um,
Oh yeah,
Surprisingly, this has gotten a lot of hate.
really? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it doesn't look
People
like what
are
she would look like, probably.
I don't know. People don't have any straight answers. The animation, the leaked animation that I saw was pretty lame. It was basically IQs. So
Oh,
that
okay.
I get. Like you don't
What
buy
else?
an
What else
elite
would she do though?
skin.
Really?
Something with her knife.
Yeah. Okay, maybe
Like flipping her knife around or whatnot.
that'd
But
be cool, like a
something that
butterfly or something.
yeah, that'd be sweet too. But you don't buy an elite skin for the ending animation.
I mean, you kind of
You
do.
don't. You buy the elite skin for the skin. That's the majority of people buy to have that look.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I like some of the, except for Docs. Docs is way too loud. I wonder if they ever fixed that. That was ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Docs Elite Skin animation.
What does he do? Oh, yeah. You're
It's
right.
I'm like, God, my ears, bro. My ears.
Right.
Have you heard about the limb penetration?
Yes, so that's interesting. I like it because I think it's something that's needed. I think it's going to be rather hard to implement though,
Yeah.
and then to justify.
Let me just start off by saying this. They put so much time into bullet penetration and how the weapons work, how the aiming is, and that's what makes Rainbow the great game that it is. That they invest so much time into these shots that you do, the hit markers that you get and everything. I never really feel like I get cheated necessarily out of any kind of gunfights inside of Rainbow, other than when I do. But
Yeah, I mean,
I really
you're
don't
definitely
feel it that
right.
much.
There are definitely like playing Call of Duty, for instance, the new Modern Warfare. There are a lot more moments where I'm just like,
Yeah,
"Are you kidding me? Did that
exactly.
actually just happen?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was behind the wall. What do you mean I hit this guy 18 times, got 18 hit markers, and he has 50 health left? Excuse me?"
Exactly.
Rainbow feels good. Rainbow feels like, yep, that makes sense. That happened. Now you still rage a little bit, right? You still
Mm.
get hyped up because it's hard. It's a challenge. It's a challenging game. I mean, one bullet kills you, essentially. Um, but I think out of all the multiplayer games, Rainbow feels the most fair.
Yeah. Just so that we can get a little bit of clarification here, I'll go ahead and read directly from Rainbow's site about the whole limb rework that they have here. It says, "Hold on to your hats. Limb penetration is a thing. Have you ever flashed someone with a stun grenade and been denied a headshot because of the hand covering their eyes? Then this section is for you. This season is perfect. And again, it's coming out for next season. It's not going to be this season yet. It's coming out for next season. This season is perfect moment to net or rework penetration, with Cali's sniper rifle being one of the most intimidating weapons in the game. Subjective. Weapon category has a part to play, but first let's go into 3 different types of penetration. The first we'll call none. Simply put, any shot with these weapons does not go through limbs or torsos or anything else. The weapon concerned here are most shotguns and secondary SMGs. The second, or simple, is reserved for one target only. Bullets from these weapons will go through arms and legs to hit more vulnerable or valuable body parts, face to face with an opponent, and shoot through their arms. If you're lined up with the head, it should be a headshot. The weapons include main SMGs, assault rifles, pistols, and LMGs. The third, dubbed full, is the most you could hope for. Shots from these bad boys will go through an operator and hit other operators behind them for 30% reduced damage. For each additional penetration, pull out your BOSG, the TSCG, and sniper rifle, and see if you can take down one more opponent or more than one opponent at a time. One more detail you should keep in mind: now that most bullets go through the hands and arms, damage received if a shot hits only these areas without penetration is reduced up to 75%, the same as leg shots for operators with 3 armor. However, damage is reduced to 65. That was a lot to say, so now you take over.
I've always wondered why my 12 gauge slug didn't go through somebody into another person.
Yeah.
Now we have it. I think it's genuinely a great change. I think they make it like this patch kind of feels like Operation Health 2.0. Like they're making a lot of quality of life changes that we haven't really seen in a like for one thing that I think is huge that surprises me it hasn't been in here for 4 years is the new rappel mechanic. Like if
Yeah,
you're on
that's
rappel
crazy.
and you're climbing up and you're trying to, go upside down on a window, everyone's done it. They go up just a little bit too high and it takes them to the roof. And you're like, dang, now I gotta rappel again. Make more noise. What the heck? But now the way it works is once you go to the top, you don't go off of it. You have to hit whatever it is. So like on mouse and keyboard at spacebar, it's probably like A or something on. I actually don't remember what it is on controller.
I think it's X.
X something. You gotta hit a button to get off the rappel, which I think is killer. That's such a good, quality of life mechanic that should have been here before.
Hmm.
Same thing with bullet penetration. Bullets penetrate things. That's what they do. And to not
Yeah.
have that in a game where bullets are everything essentially, like one headshot, like I've said numerous times, one headshot kills somebody. If I have two people lined up, that's gonna go through them and into them. But as of now,
Yeah.
currently, that's not how it works. I could possibly die to that second guy because, well, he should have been dead, but he didn't because he was behind the guy. I don't know. I
Yeah.
like it. I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like I've already said before. It's going to be a good change for their weapon balancing and everything. Well, not necessarily weapon balancing, but just the weapon mechanics in general.
Mhm.
Like I said, they spend a lot of time to make sure that the weapons work right, and that's how a game should be. They're not going to make another Rainbow. I don't believe. I mean, I could be wrong, but they're going to invest a lot of time and money into the current game that they have. And if they want the game to survive, they have to keep on tweaking and making the guns better, which I've actually heard, which is kind of weird. Um, well, we'll X that fact. I saw a meme the other day, and it said the leader of Ubisoft, he was like, I don't want to add any more weapons to the game because the balance for the guns are currently great. And then all of a sudden they add the 300, which is kind of funny. But with that being said, have you heard about the operator's price decrease, which kind of pisses me off?
No. What's that
So
with?
it says 7 more operators are seeing price reductions this season. Habana and Echo's price will now be 10,000 renown or 240 R6 credits. Dokebi, Vigil, Zofia will come down to 15,000 renown or 360 R6 credits, while Nomad and Kaid's price will decrease to 20,000 renown or 480 R6 credits. Where is my money back? Where?
I mean, I don't mind that, to be honest. I mean, mainly because I've always bought the season
So
pass.
have I. I've never had to actually spend
I've never had to wait.
renown.
I think dropping the price gives it more access to more people. I'm all for that, to be honest. I mean, I've gotten my time out of it. Like what, $30 for the season pass?
Yeah.
Um, I don't mind that at all. I think that's probably actually a really good implementation. Annoying to a degree, but at the same time, I think it's best for the to reduce the cost of operators that have been out for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Especially if people don't want to buy the season pass and they just want to kind of use the R6 points or whatever to buy them. It does help out a lot because especially Abana and all the operators that I just listed are very game changing, and you almost have to have them. I mean, you
Right.
can't not have them and expect to go on. But to put this to also come up with the other bug changes that they're going to do. We'll read this right off of the website as well. Let me get to it real quick. So it says gadget trajectory assessed destruction. We're in the process of updating breakable props across all maps to be more structured in how they are destroyed. When they are in the pathway of gadgets, projectiles, and missiles, the goal is to make destruction of various elements across maps more coherent for players. This first iteration should also allow projectiles to break fragile props that would otherwise block their path. Examples: grenades, C4, etc. For game health, they're going to be updating gadget code optimization. Casual is now renamed to Quick Match. Quick Match plus newcomer role swap. What's it say here? It says Quick Match, previously casual, and newcomer playlist will adopt the AADD role swap. Similar to ranked, players will swap roles once a match. Playlist guides. You will now be able to find all information you need about a game mode in the new playlist guides, so that'll help newcomers basically. And operator voiceovers. Let's see what it says here. The operator voices for Habana and Mira have been re-recorded with new voice actors. Ooh, that'll be interesting. We are thankful to the voice actors that we worked with up to this point, but they sucked, and we wanted new people, basically.
Well, it's interesting because I've been watching some of the testers on PC,
Mhm.
and the new mirror does not sound as good. I miss the old mirror. Bring her back.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why would you take away Habana and
Might have been some
Mira's?
sort of contract thing or
Probably.
something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, you might be right. It might have had something to do with, because I'm sure they get. I wonder if they get royalties for every time that a player says something. You know what I mean? Or for however long, kind of like actors do. When like especially like Home Alone, that movie's been out forever and it's reran a million times. And I know that some actors they just sell out like right away, like pay me $1 million and I'll record this movie. But some actors take a huge pay cut, like 100,000 for the movie, and then they get royalties every time that it plays. So I
Huh.
wonder if that was in
I
the
doubt it.
contract.
That's the way it works, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just sounds rather complicated.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't actually know movies did that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about the whole Rainbow season coming up. When I came into this podcast, I was like, man, there's a lot that we could talk about, but I don't know how long it's going to go for, so we might be able to wrap it up relatively quick this time. Um, what's your overall feel for the new season coming out, Stu?
I'm actually really looking forward to it. I think my biggest struggle is going to be getting you to buy the game on PC, but um,
Well, Black
I don't know.
Friday,
I think
Black
yeah,
Friday
true.
and Cyber Monday. Oh man, I won't be home. I'll be actually on vacation. I
Yikes.
think I can still buy it from Steam online. I believe. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that.
We'll figure it out. But I'm really excited for this season. I think, like I said before, doing a lot of quality of life things that need to be updated. Um, New operators are going to be interesting. They're probably going to be fun. Nothing too changing, but too game changing, but that's fine. The new theme park maps looks awesome. It's gonna be a lot of fun to relearn that map.
Hmm.
But I'm really excited, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for it too. It could be, I hopefully it could be game changing because I'd like to see new operators that make the game play differently. That's what
Mhm.
I like about the game so much. Literally, it's not the maps that, other than when they rework one or two maps, it's not the maps that become different. They put operators in it to dictate how the game is played.
Yeah,
That's amazing to me. It really is.
and the
I mean,
meta's always shifting.
exactly. I mean, COD is literally run and gun. Battlefield, run and gun. But with Rainbow, I mean, it's always different. No round is the same, right? I mean, it's
Right.
always a little different with the different operators that they use. That's what makes the game so great, and it's why the game
Mhm.
will always have a special place in my heart.
Absolutely.
But with all that being said, if you guys want to learn more about Rainbow and exactly what they're going to be doing with the season changes, just go to their website or stay tuned in to at Gaming is the Mission on Instagram or YouTube. I'm sure we'll be talking about it more there. Definitely looking forward to playing the game. I probably will buy it during Cyber Monday or something to play on PC, and then we'll do more recording there.
Yeah.
So that you guys can enjoy it. And maybe, I don't know yet, we haven't really talked about it too much, host to host, you know what I mean, about changing our little I don't even know what you want to call it, but our image that we have right there. We might end up doing gameplay or something over top of it and then talking while we do it. I don't know. Just to keep you guys more entertained other than listening to our two sexy voices.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. It was fun to make. I really did enjoy talking about Rainbow. But we'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace.
Take care.